So, a quick roundup of where we are. We have printed lots of welcome messages, asked the player to give us their name, shown the cupboards. We've put the goblin in position number 3. We'll make it more interesting later by making this random. Then we're asking the user, type in a number. We've seen that that number is actually a string, so we have to change it to an integer, to a whole number. And then we've asked the computer, the program rather, you decide. Either give me well done or tell me no, the goblin is not there, depending on whether the player's number is the same as the goblin position. What's the problem here? No problem, but what do I want in the game? Let's assume I get it wrong by saying 1. I would like the program to ask me again, try again, where's the goblin hiding, and to keep going until I get it right. So in this case, until I guess that the goblin is in position number 3. So I would like here to say, rather than no, the goblin is not there, I would like it to go again and give me another chance. This is where the third of the 4 pillars of fundamentals of programming. We've seen storing variables. We've seen decide. Here's the third one, repeat. Often, almost in every computer program you'll ever write, you will have some chunk of code you want to repeat over and over again. And that's what we're going to do here. Now, whenever you want to repeat some code, we're going to see how to do it, one way of doing it in a second. But the question you first want to ask yourself is, which part of my code do I want to repeat? Do I want to repeat the whole code? Well, no, I don't want to say welcome to the game again. I've done that in the beginning. I don't need to ask the player for their name. It hasn't changed, right? If I'm Stephen, I'm going to be Stephen while I'm playing the game. So I don't want to put the goblin in position number 3 again. He's already there. The goblin doesn't move. So I get to the point where I look at, these are the lines of code. This is the chunk of code that I would like to repeat. So I would like to say, if the player gets the answer wrong, take these lines of code and do them again. And for the time being, we're going to say, keep doing it forever. And then we're going to see how we can make it stop when we get it right. So we're going to say, good, this is the chunk of code I want to repeat over and over again. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go just before this chunk of code, and I'm going to introduce yet another keyword, while. Now, while says, keep repeating the following code until whatever comes after while becomes false. So while is something else that needs true or false, or something that Python understands as true or false after it. This will make a bit more sense in a bit. For now, I'm actually going to just put the word true. We've already seen true before. Whenever I said equals equals, Python gave me either true or false. These are things that exist in Python. Notice they're capital T true and capital F for false. So while true is a bit like it's a strange thing to write, right? But what we're saying is, keep repeating the following code for as long as there is true here. But since we've written TRUE, this will always be true. So this means repeat forever. While true is repeat the following code forever and ever. Now, you may notice I've got a colon again. We've seen the colon before. It was after the if statement. We'll see the colon a lot in Python. And after a colon, we always need a chunk of code that has an indent. We need to tell Python, these are the lines of code I want you to repeat. So we need to take them all and move them forward by 1 indent. Now, never do this line by line. We like to be lazy in coding, right? So if you select all of that and press tab, unlike what would happen in Google Docs or Microsoft Word, it's not replaced by a tab. In a coding environment, the understanding is move everything forward by 1 indent. Shift tab takes it back. So you can see that when I press tab, all of them move forward. If you do it 1 line at a time, you'll end up messing up your indents. You don't want to do that. Be lazy, that's good. Okay, let's see whether this works. So now, welcome to the game. Type in your name. Hi Stephen, I ready to play. There are the kitchen cupboards. Where is the goblin hiding? 1. No, the goblin is not hiding there. It's not there. But it's asked me again, where is the goblin hiding? 2. No, the goblin is not there. It's asking me again. 3. I knew it wasn't 3. I got it. It says, well done. You've done really well. But see what's happened now? It's still asking me where is the goblin hiding. Doesn't matter how many times I say 3 or anything. Why? Because what I've done so far is I said, keep repeating forever and ever and ever. So we've done a step in the right direction. We can get the computer to repeat a chunk of code for us by saying while true, which means repeat forever. In the next video, we'll see how we can make it not repeat forever, but repeat until, in this case, when the player guesses correctly, we want to stop repeating. But we have seen how we can repeat a chunk of code. There are more ways of repeating things in Python. This is what we call a loop, because something is looping over and over. And we call this a while loop because it starts with the keyword while. We'll see some other loops later on. So we've managed to take a chunk of code, the code that's indented, that has an indent after the colon, and this code will keep repeating forever and ever.